Live. Welcome to the Slob Show. And look what the cat dragged in.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since the Slob Show came on.
I think it's been 2 months since we've done a live Slob Show. The reasoning, Roker got a new job. We're trying to figure out times to make things work. But of course, Bass has always been a part of the Slob Show. The only problem is he was busy with work. All of a sudden now, we found an opening where it works for both of us.
And here we go.
And don't you worry, Roker will be back. But, you know, Bass, of course, too. So that's just the way it's going to be. That's the way we do it. Bass, Roker, whatever, man.
We substitute one slob for the other. We went to the bullpen. We got the left-hander in. The left-hander in.
And I'm so glad, Bass, that you're here because there's breaking news. And I drove past Popeyes, the one on Division, and I see this big, massive sign that says bacon and cheese chicken sandwich.
That sounds phenomenal. I didn't realize they were even advertising such a combination.
Yeah, so I see it on there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Bacon and cheese chicken sandwich? This is crazy.
Yeah.
So sure enough, Popeyes now, and I've been at forever when I go to Popeyes, I'm like, you put cheese, we don't have cheese. Can I have bacon? We don't have bacon. They always said that. All of a sudden, guess what? They have both.
They've been listening to you. It seems like a lot of people are listening to you these days, which is really good because how can you not put cheese and bacon to make that sandwich better?
Of course. I've been saying that forever. And let me just show you a picture of this. I could pull it up on my screen, but this will just be just as easy. Oh my God. Hang on.
Wow.
Hang on. That's a bad. Wait, hang on.
There's a little too much glare coming off, but my imagination is just as good.
Hang on. I'll get you a proper picture, but
so it's the exact same Popeyes chicken sandwich that they've been advertising forever that people were like waiting outside in lines for, but now they're adding the cheese and bacon on it, right?
Yeah, you can get cheese and bacon now, which is delicious. I mean,
extra mayo?
Of course. That goes without saying.
That's a good look, though. I mean, you would think that they'd be doing that for a while because you can get that combination at Chick-fil-A, and I thought that'd be something. Wow, that does look amazing.
It was delicious, and I got I ate two.
I know where I'm going for lunch today. Damn.
Yeah, and the thing about the Popeyes chicken sandwich, it's like a $4 chicken sandwich, whereas like yesterday I Fry the Coop, their chicken sandwich is what, like $10, $12. So if you're looking for
that's a different kind of chicken sandwich. That's a different level, the Fry the Coop, because that's like a real local. You're paying more, but it's actual really, really good. This is something that anybody in the world can go get right now. So you had to be in Chicago to get Fry the Coop.
Yeah, but you're right. Fry the Coop is like Au Cheval, right? I go to Au Cheval when I want a gourmet burger.
Yeah.
When I want just a burger that's delicious and cheap, I go to Red Hot Ranch.
But if somebody here is listening to us in Seattle, they're gonna want to know, what can we all get at McDonald's that I can go get today?
Exactly.
Only Chicago people can appreciate a Fry the Coop or an Au Cheval.
There's our boy Chad. He's the guy who.
What up, Chad?
He's one of the top slobs on the Slob Show. Oh, and by the way, if you want to be the slob, we'll bring back the slob of the week next week. You know, we've been out for a while.
So there's a few that are looking to get on.
The slob of the week will come back next week. But I'm really excited about this. It's delicious. It takes the Popeyes chicken sandwich to the next level. Of course, bacon, cheese. Of course you need that.
Yes.
I
want to say those are the two essentials for any kind of fast food sandwich you can get. If someone says, do you want to add cheese and bacon to it? Yes.
The answer is always correct. Yes.
Always.
Do that. And by the way, if you're watching us on the Facebook group, the Slob Show Facebook group, click on that little link so then I can see your name and everything. Because right now, if you're leaving me a comment here, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who you are. Just says Facebook user. So make sure you click on that little link so we could see who you are. And it's not like all it does is let you put your name and, where you're.
Also, quick shout out to all the members on the Slob Show group. They are putting up some phenomenal food pics on there. There was one about a Pepsi ketchup that they're coming out with. And that's true. There really is a Pepsi ketchup that's coming out.
Yeah, Pepsi ketchup. And it's just a Pepsi branded ketchup, right?
It's a cola chup or something like that.
Is there Pepsi in the ketchup? Is it a mix?
It's in the ingredients. It's like it's part of the concoction of whatever they're making a ketchup out of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If you mix cola with anything like that, it's going to be good. It's just going to add a sweetness.
I've done barbecue. So I've made barbecue sauces with that. It's awesome.
So the Popeyes chicken sandwich has been taken to the next level. Then I see more breaking news that Arby's is bringing back the 5 for $5 roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah. Now that is more exciting than any McRib I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or anything else. But the Arby's 5 for $5. Now I grew up as a kid with 5 for $5. 5 roast beef sandwiches for $5. I grew up with 2 for $2 Whoppers. This is part of my childhood. It's back, but only on the app. You have to get the Arby's app. That's the only way you get this.
My God, I have so many food apps for places I don't even go to half of these anymore.
I have a whole thing in my phone with food places.
Yeah,
with all
I have the folder is full. Yeah.
Guess you can't see on there. But I have McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Dunkin', Starbucks, Arby's, Shake Shack. I have everything.
I didn't even know there was a Shake Shack one. How could I not think that?
Oh, look at this. Carla checking in, and she said the title of the Popeyes chicken sandwich made her tune in. Yes, Carla, if you're just tuning in, the Popeyes chicken sandwich now has bacon and cheese.
So let me ask you this. Is it the better sandwich? Is it the better sandwich than Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. I think
With the cheese and the bacon, because you've been able to do cheese and bacon at Chick-fil-A since the beginning.
I mean, yeah. See, here's the thing though. Popeyes, you could get mayo, which I prefer. Even though I do love the Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'll say Chick-fil-A sauce is amazing.
I mean, again, it depends on what Popeyes you go to, because sometimes you go to a Popeyes, they say stuff like, we don't have bread. We don't have anything. So,
True.
That's always the issue.
Let me ask you this, not to go too far off. Arby's sauce, horsey sauce. Does that compare with any kind of mayo that you have?
I do love the horsey sauce. I dip the beef and I'll get the 5 beef and cheddar. I get beef and cheddar, first of all. And you know that beef and cheddar. Amazing. And you know beef and cheddar has something on it called Red Ranch. You know that sauce isn't Arby's sauce, right?
Yeah.
It's called Red Ranch, and that's delicious too. So I get the Red Ranch on the beef and cheddar, then you dip.
You dip the whole thing in a horsey sauce. That is a good way to roll. I usually just mix them together so it's one good little mix and then dip it on there.
Yeah, no, it's a good combination. It's delicious, one might say.
All right, so the new Popeyes chicken sandwich game changer.
That's a game changer. Again, you can only go to Popeyes so often. There's a lot of chicken sandwiches these days, but it's for a cheaper chicken sandwich. It's the go-to.
That Tuesday 2-piece meal is still pretty good though.
What's that?
It's every Tuesday for $6. It's 2 pieces. I think it's either a leg and a thigh or a breast and a wing and a side and a biscuit. It's amazing.
How much is it?
$6.
What?
Yeah, Tuesday $6 2-piece value meal. It's amazing. I go to Popeyes every day.
Do you eat a lot of Popeyes?
I try not to. But sometimes I walk where you and I work downtown. Sometimes my parking garage is right spitting distance to a Popeyes. It's hard to say no.
But see, that's one of those Popeyes where you don't know what you're going to get.
That's true. And there's random people walking in and out while you're eating, asking if you got spare change. So it's kind of it's a seedier one, but still they make some damn good chicken over there.
My boy Conrad from Canada, Abe, can you eat all 5 Arby's beef sandwiches in one sitting with your shirt off? Yeah, of course I take my shirt off because I always when you're home, because you have a wife and kids.
Is that even a question? No. There's a ritual. Shirts off. Let's go.
You really take your shirt off too?
Shirt off. I'm in my studio. I'm watching YouTube. I'm in my happy place.
Okay, but when your wife's around, you don't do that, right?
Sometimes I don't mind. She doesn't mind.
What?
She doesn't mind. I married her. She has seen a lot worse than me with those shirt on eating an Arby's sandwich.
But still, she
has to wake up to this. You think me putting food in my mouth makes it worse?
But it's humiliating sitting there shirtless eating. Like when I'm eating wings, I have sauce over my hands.
Married with a kid, you've seen it all. There's not much. There's no sides to Dan Levy base that she has not seen.
Chris checking in. How much is that Popeyes chicken sandwich? It's like $6.50 with the bacon and the cheese on it. I think it's still a good price.
It's still cheaper than most gourmet places.
And in this day where everything's super expensive, like there's no more 2 for $2 Whoppers. They used to have 2 for $4, 2 for $5, 2 for $6, 2 for $7. They don't even have that anymore. So you're really at a point now where if you get something for like $5, like $4 is their standard chicken sandwich, which is a pretty good deal. That is actually a really good deal. And it's delicious too. So
does any biscuit come with that? Any side of anything?
I mean, you get a meal or whatever, but
right.
But that's not necessary.
And that's still a damn good deal. And I'm glad they finally brought the cheese and the bacon on there.
I don't know why they never have. Oh, we don't have bacon. We don't have. They always say we don't have cheese. I'm like, how do you not have cheese? They just didn't have it. Thank God. Yes, finally.
I can't believe they said no to you when you asked for it.
Well, they don't have it. They just don't have it. Before they didn't have it. Now they carry bacon and cheese, which is wonderful. Takes it to the next level. I got so my go-to order at McDonald's is 2 daily double sandwiches with extra mayo, and I just started adding bacon to that.
That is a great way to roll.
So that's the thing. Cheese and bacon is always the addition you need to anything. Five Guys, of course, but that's like a $20 burger.
That's true.
So it makes a big difference. Now, when I think about the cheap route, right? Most satisfying cheap meals. Of course, Red Hot Ranch is my favorite for burgers.
Yeah, you have been championing that place for a long time. I don't think I've ever been to that place before.
You get a double cheeseburger and fries there for like $6. And it's like a smash burger. It's like a good quality burger.
I go either way with a smash burger. Sometimes smash burgers are too thin, and it's not as satisfying.
Well, that's why you get the double, of course.
Of course.
But and then you got for hot dogs, Gene and Jude's always. That's like $4 for a double dog and fries.
Is it only $4 still?
$4 or $5, something like that.
The Super Dog by my brothers is like $9 now for a hot dog.
Yeah, Super Dog's much more. Even though the Wooski Dog's delicious. Did you ever get the Wooski Dog?
I don't think I've had the Wooski. I think I've just had the regular way it rolls.
Oh no, the Wooski Dog's better. It's a bigger hot dog. It has like barbecue sauce, pickled tomatoes. It's delicious.
I'll try that next time.
It's one of the most. I'm always thinking about the most satisfying meals. Like you could go out and spend $100 on a meal, but you're not satisfied, right?
That's true.
So Red Hot Ranch.
You're looking for the most delicious knockout punch.
Yeah, like so Red Hot Ranch is always satisfying. Gene and Jude's always satisfying. Au Cheval always satisfying. Tony's Beef on the south side, 70th and Pulaski, always satisfying. Palermo's Pizza on the south side, always satisfying. There's not many places that you are completely satisfied. To me, Hooters wings are the best.
Yes,
I'm sad, even though I feel like
you're right. I've yet to have a better chicken wing than from Hooters.
Yeah, people are telling me though, Bada Bing are better.
Well, 50-50, if we're going local in Chicago, is the best wing I've ever had. If we're going to go chain place, I would say Hooters.
50-50, and they have like you get a bucket of blue cheese or something?
Yes, and their wings are the crispiest I've ever had.
I have to go back there. I haven't been there in a long time. I think the last time I went there was with you.
I'm down to do it again. I owe you a lunch anyway.
That's right. I did break some insider news to base that helped him out immensely.
Ed, I asked him where a tire place was, and he goes, I think there's one by Hooters. Of course, exactly. Of course, you know all the places that surround Hooters.
Basically a tire. I don't understand people who don't go to the like little corner tire spots to get. Like, if you need your tire fixed,
those are the most hidden gems in any city that you're in.
Did you buy those tires new or are they old tires?
No, I got them brand new from Costco, but in order to get that patch, it was $20.
But doesn't Costco fix tires? Like, don't they give you a guarantee?
I don't think if it's like a screw. I think if it's like a flat tire, there's something wrong with the actual tire.
They patch it for you for free, I think.
They may have, but I wasn't anywhere close to that.
Yeah, but whatever. But there's these little like tire shops. Like there's that one in
little tire shops where there's like two guys that are working there. It's pretty much they don't even have any of those razor lower things. It's just a giant room of tires.
Yeah.
And a guy that goes, "What you need, brother?" And I was like, "Let me get a patch." Coming right up. They do it like almost like NASCAR, like a pit stop. Like,
oh yeah.
Ow.
Oh yeah. They should have the little jack it up, the little drill, and that's it.
And then you just patch it up. That'll be $20. Done.
I always said there's certain things you need in life. You need a computer guy. You need a mechanic, right? And a tire person is right on that list.
Yes. And you have all of them.
I have my boy Andy, my boy Mike.
You have every time I ask Abe, you got a guy for this? Oh, I do got a guy. Oh yeah, that's right by the Hooters.
I've hooked you up with some good people.
You've given me some phenomenal people, some lifesaver people.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain people, once you get them, you never let them go.
Anybody that can like fix computers, like really new computers, one of those guys are hard to come by. And a good car person, like Seinfeld said, that is a good mechanic is better than any move sexually you can do to anything. A good mechanic, as long as you can trust them.
Yeah.
I'll die with that person. I will travel miles.
Yeah,
to
like
go to that person.
My guy Andy, I always know he would never rip me off. And he's always like trying to save me money.
I was like, not only will he, but if there's something he can't do, he'll tell you a cheap way to do it that would actually work.
Yeah. And just like the other day, my closet fell down. Like I had all these black t-shirts in my closet. And my brother Mike, he knows how to fix shit. Hey Mike, you fix this? All right. Easy.
Why
'Cause I
not?
don't know.
Why
I don't know.
not just get a dresser drawer and fold those suckers up and put them in there? Why must you need a giant rack of hung up black t-shirts that are the same t-shirt?
Are easier to see when I'm going through.
What do you mean
pick up
they're easier to see? It's the same shirt.
They're not all plain though. Some have stuff on 'em.
All right, well, then make another section in a dresser.
I prefer
for like a nice shirt, like a button-up shirt, like something.
Well, I have that was only half my closet. The other half, which didn't fall down, has like my suits, which I have like two
How
suits.
is it possible that the t-shirts brought it down?
Because could you see how many t-shirts were on there? There was like 200 black t-shirts on that little bar. I feel like every closet I've had, that's happened because I always put too many shirts on the bar.
You don't see it bending, it just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just basically explodes. And then I mean, I'm sure I could fix it myself, but it's like, and again, I always say that you should do stuff yourself. What's my line I always say? I always say empower yourself.
Empower yourself. But certain things you can't. I don't know how to do certain things. I want to learn how to do certain things, but you can't.
But there's certain things you don't want to learn. Because
there's certain things that I'd try. Like I don't want to take the time to learn how to change my oil in my car. That's
easy. That's just like a little cap.
True, but you gotta like drain it. You gotta do all kinds of stuff. That's just something I'm not willing to do.
Off and put a little pan under and drain it.
That doesn't sound like something I could do.
But yeah, I'm not. The thing with me is I'm not gonna slide under the car.
That's true.
Like why? I'm not going under the car.
I'd
rather do Jiffy Lube.
Don't you have the vest?
The life jacket.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think it's at my mom's house because I used to keep life jackets in my trunk, and then whenever I would have flat tires, I would kneel on them.
I know.
Because I have knee pads though now. So. By the way, a Slob Show tip. Again, it's the food and lifestyle podcast. This isn't just food.
No, it's a way of life.
Hey, my knees hurt when I kneel on the ground. Always. I recommend buying knee pads. They're great.
Where does one purchase knee pads?
Amazon.
You say that like everybody should know.
You should. I mean, I'm sure you can buy them at Home Depot or something, right?
I was gonna say, I'm sure you get those there too.
But Amazon, it's easy, and you get those big, comfortable ones. It's wonderful.
Noted. Knee pads. I'll put that on the wish list on my cart.
Because I have hardwood floors and I have a fireplace, and it's like you have to get on your knees to start that thing up. It's like a gas fireplace.
Oh, you have one of those? You just don't turn it on, hit the switch, and let the flume or whatever.
Yeah, but you have to be down there for a minute to go. You have to keep hitting that button, the little lighter button. It takes a few
first world problems.
Yeah, well, it takes a few. It takes it sucks. So if I ever have to do that, like when my furnace was not working not too long before I got a new furnace, I had to get on my knees, and it hurts. Like, do your knees feel good when you kneel on them?
No.
Like it feels like there's a knife in your knee.
I think under a certain age, knees are not meant to be kneeled on.
But then you see these people, like, do you ever have like a plumber come over and they're on their knees on the hard floor the whole time? Like, how do you do that?
For hours.
In fact, the guy who fixed my furnace, I gave him my knee pads. He was just on his knees. I'm like, you want some knee pads? He's like, oh, these are great. I'm like, like, what the hell? Like, you don't use these? Like,
well, the guys that are coming over and doing that at your place, it's not their first day on the job.
No, I know, but I'm
just used to that.
But just because they're used to it doesn't mean you shouldn't put them on. That's like saying, oh, I'm used to the sun. I shouldn't put on sunscreen.
No, that's true.
Like, why not? Why not use knee pads? And then he's like, oh, these are great. I'm like, you should get some. He's like, yeah, maybe I will.
You should get some.
It's great that I'm the one who had to like tell him about it.
Too bad he didn't give you any money off your fixing your furnace.
Oh, I got a great deal. That's another thing. My boy Andrew, you have to know certain people. He's my furnace guy. You have to know the right kind of people. You know what? I just realized that we haven't done the slob show since I bought that meat slicer. I bought a
And,
deli meat slicer.
and what happened with that?
I ended up returning it because I realized like how horrible the cleanup was going to be.
You have to use like oils and all kinds of stuff, right?
Oils? No, I don't think so.
On Seinfeld, remember he's cleaning the slicer with like oils and stuff, and he's using hand towels.
Oh yeah, but no, I don't think this. But you do have to clean it somehow. Just think about all the disgusting meats that are caught in the blade and everything. It's like I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts you got on, dude. So you returned it? Did you even use it?
No, I just returned it. I didn't even mess with it. I figured it'd be too much of a hassle.
Yeah, I did send you that YouTube for the Amazon to get the butter roller for your buns.
Oh yeah, did you buy that?
No.
This is, by the way, it's like a roller. There's a bunch of butter. Like it looks like a sea of butter.
Yeah, you see it on the Food Network where they just rub the butter on it and throw it like right on a grill.
Yeah, which you have to be a real slob if you keep that like on your like stove or something to always dip buns in butter.
Yeah, or if you're not running a restaurant and you got a butter wheel, there's problems.
And doesn't that get hard after a while?
I don't know. It seems like it's always on the stove though, right? It seems like it's always like warm on something.
Do you keep your butter out? You know, there's people who keep their butter out on the stove.
You're supposed to. I can't.
It's better, honestly, because it's always room temperature, but it doesn't feel. You're right. It feels weird, right? Doing that.
It feels like if it's out, it's not good anymore.
Yeah, it always feels uncomfortable. Like I'm like, is this bad? Like I don't even know how long butter is good for. Like how long is butter good for?
I just look at the label. I don't even know how long it's good for. I just look. Okay, it says I got about another month left. Let's use this butter up.
What is that if you leave it out? If you leave it out, is it not good? Like, is it quicker?
I don't know. That's a good question. That sounds like something to Google.
One of these very important questions in life. It's funny when you live the slob lifestyle, every once in a while you're humiliated when you're I was at a fast food place and the lady did not want to give me extra mayo. Like they gave like one spray and they're like, is that good? I'm like, no. Could I have more? Then they do another. It's like they do another spray, just one line, and they make that face at you, like fuck off type thing. And they put you in a really bad position because now I'm in a position to beg for more mayo.
By the way, it says 1 to 2 days if you're going to leave butter out, but if it's in a dish or if it's in a proper container, it can stay fresh up to 2 weeks.
Oh, so 2 weeks if it's in a butter dish out.
If it's like in one of those like containers.
But back to this lady who humiliated me.
Go on.
What do you think about that? Like, can't you just put the extra mayo on?
I was going to say, they work there. They don't own it. They're not buying the products. Hook it up. If someone says, give me extra mayo, all right, here you go. I'm going to lather that thing up.
And then I'm always like, can you put more on there? Like with that look. And then one little line. I'm like, God.
Yeah.
Then I have to say, no, can I have more? And there's people, there's a lot of people around, It's embarrassing. It's honestly, that's why I do the whole thing where I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay, Dad. So it's for my dad. You make up a whole story about that. But I don't want to be humiliated in front of a bunch of people. Keep saying more mayo. They're like, God, look at this fucking slob.
You should be able to look into someone's eyes and understand how much all right, you want more mayo? A lot more? Yes. Yeah. Here you go.
Here's the thing.
Say the words, you want a lot more? Just a little bit more. A lot more? Okay. Here you go. I'll do the slam lather.
But see, I don't like that either because then I feel like a real slob because I'm like, God, because then I'm embarrassed. Like, I remember I went to a Mr. Submarine once and I said, can I get extra mayo? And the guy goes, oh, yeah. He goes, you want to taste the mayo, right? and then this is what I said. I'm like, oh, no.
That's actually a good call.
But I'm like, no, that's good. He put like just a little bit more on because I was embarrassed again. I'm like, no, it's okay. Don't worry. That's good. Oh, that's good.
I like that he had to stop when he was doing it. As you want to taste the mayo, don't you?
He's like, you want to taste it. You want to taste it. I'm like, God. But here's what I want. This is a perfect world for me. Okay. I want to tell them extra mayo and I want them to put so much mayo on. And then I pretend like I'm not noticing it. And then they finally ask, is that good? I'm like, whoa, yeah, that's fine. I want to act like they put too much on.
But inside, you're going, perfect.
Yes. I'm like, this is great. But then I do the thing where I look over at something else on purpose. Like I'm checking something else out, but I'm really looking
by
at
you doing that, they're going to remember, oh, this guy doesn't like that much mayo. I put it on last time. He made a whole scene.
I'll never go back to the same place twice, like at least not for a while.
The guy with the Wayne's World hat that always asks for extra mayo, they're not going to remember. The guy wearing the same black t-shirts every time he walks in there, on the phone with his dad every time saying he needs more mayo. They're not going to remember you're the guy.
But it's beautiful when you can look to the side and then you look back. You're like, whoa, stop. That's good. Thank you. They're like, you want me to take some off? I'm like, no, don't worry about it.
I now side eye every time I go to the Jersey Mike's and they're doing the bacon. I'm like, you can give me more than that. Your hand is in it. Don't put any back. Whatever your fingers touch, put it on my sandwich.
Oh, the bacon?
Yes. It's like they do
put 4 slices.
That little one slice on, and another, they have their hand. They look and they see, they put the rest back. I'm like, come on. Don't put it back. You know I want it.
You know, before Jersey Mike's moved here, and by the way, Jersey Mike's, I can't get enough of it. It's so delicious every time.
It's the best someplace.
And they just opened one actually in Little Italy, which is very close to my place.
I will say, Jersey Mike's is probably the best sub place I've ever had, and that beats out any local spot I've ever been to.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I love all the local spots too, so it depends on what you're in the mood for.
Too, but Jersey Mike's is just so good.
It is the best. I mean, it's really good. But like when I used to go to the Jersey Mike's on the East Coast before they moved here, they would put 2 hands in the bacon and fill it. It was crazy. They're like, bacon. It was like 8 pieces of bacon.
So much better. Now, just the way they like layered it on, like it's pieces of gold. Like, it's just thin skin pieces of the pig. Come on now. It is, but come on now.
The bacon's very expensive.
Ain't like prices haven't lowered themselves. It's gone up. I'm paying for it. Let's do it.
That's true. Well, we usually end the Slob Show asking Roker what he's eating for dinner, but I think we should end it today on what you and I are eating for lunch.
Okay.
So you go first. What's
they've opened this place by me in Orland called BJ's, and it is amazing.
BJ's?
It's a new sports bar kind of a place, but the food is fantastic. And they have this dessert called the Pizookie, which is like one of those like cookies on the cast iron skillet. And they have like 6 different kinds. They have like a Reese's and Oreos, a confetti kind. It's amazing.
Damn. You're going there today?
Yes.
So here's what I was thinking about doing. So I was watching this thing and I felt bad about the way cows are very nice.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Abe's going back to vegetarian again? Uh-oh.
I did that for 9 months because I saw a movie about the way they kill cows, how they like rip their skin off. It's horrible. Then I went back to eating meat, of course. But
you were the only vegetarian that gained weight.
Exactly. You're right. Someone said you're the only vegetarian who doesn't eat vegetables.
Yes, you are. I still don't even know how you got away with it, but you did.
Yeah, but so I'm thinking about going to D'Amato's today.
Ooh.
And getting my girlfriend gets this veggie sandwich there. And it has a ton of cheese on it, of course. And I'll get extra mayo. But I'm considering eating that today for lunch.
Just because you saw, why did you watch the thing on cows? Turn the channel, man.
Here's the problem. This cow had a baby cow, and the woman was out of town. She's like, oh, and she showed the woman her baby. Like the cow came running. The cow came running.
Attached.
Yeah, so now I'm like, God. Now I feel bad for this cow. So I'm going to eat one veggie sandwich today and then be right back.
I think I'm right. What about turkeys? Eat turkey then. I've never seen a good-looking turkey.
Yeah. They're not as nice as cows.
No, they're mean looking. They're ugly. Yeah.
I mean, you still don't want to cut their head off and eat it, but
I don't want to eat the head, but I like the rest of them.
All right, well, we're out of here. And so we'll probably do this on Wednesdays around, 11, 10:30, something like that.
Yeah. And you can always watch the replay on the Slob Show on the Facebook page, too, if you guys want to see it.
Or just wherever you get podcasts, whatever.
Done.
All right. We'll see you next Wednesday. We're out.